Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
I'm an independent journalist, by the way.
Yeah, I realize that.
Why are you taking journalist?
Journalists are no exception. It applies to everybody.
Hey, I'm an independent journalist. I'm getting ticketed.
Are we being conditioned in Canada to think that our fundamental freedoms and the fundamental freedoms that keep everybody safe are selfish to want to preserve? That seems to be what's happening. I'm Drea Humphrey with rebelnews.com, and if you go to rebelnews.com, you'll see that we've covered report after report of fundamental freedoms like being able to peacefully assemble and gather and protest, freedoms of speech. And in this report, you're going to see freedom of press is also being infringed on, often in the name of COVID-19 restrictions. Now, you might have seen the person I'm about to interview before. His name is Donald Smith. He's the online disabled independent journalist who does a great job keeping up with COVID-19. Now, he was in Toronto. We've done a lot of reports on what's happened there. Our very own crew, some of my colleagues were assaulted by officers, pushed just for practicing journalism in the same area and being told that they needed to get off of public area and not do their job. Now, in this case, Donald was actually fined. He was fined, apparently he was cautioned, and then you'll see this.
Really? You're gonna ticket me?
Yeah. Saw you in a group earlier. Okay. And there's more than 5 people. So
You're gonna ticket me?
you can get a chance to leave. Or you can provide me your name. I can give you a ticket.
I'll take the ticket.
Okay.
I'll take the ticket.
Photo ID on you?
I don't have it on me.
You don't have it on you?
No, actually, no, I don't.
Anything, just your name on it.
It's Donald Smith. I don't have my ID on me, but it's Donald Smith.
Are you a licensed driver, sir?
No, but I don't have my ID on me.
Okay.
Beth, you want to film this?
Yep.
Beth, you want to film this? I'm getting tagged right now.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have my ID on me. It's Donald Smith.
Okay.
I'm an independent journalist, by the way.
Yeah. I realize that.
Why are you taking journalist?
Journalists are no exception. It applies to everybody.
Hey, I'm an independent journalist. I'm getting ticketed.
Yeah, so you were cautioned under the Emergency Management and Civil Protection Act to leave, and you decided to stay and get a ticket?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Smith. Can I stay on the sidewalk? Is that a crime?
After I give you the ticket.
Can I just see?
You're to leave the area altogether.
Why?
Can
you give me a reason?
There's no essential reason for you to be here because they're supposed to be going for groceries.
I'm going for a walk.
Or if you're going for a walk, sir, then you're going to
go for a walk. That's no problem.
So basically, So basically, I can't stay in here or nothing.
No.
Are we in Canada or are we in Nazi Germany?
No, we're definitely in Canada.
It feels like I'm Nazi Germany.
No, definitely in Canada.
You guys take a picture of that afterwards and send me a pic of the ticket?
Yep.
Thank you.
Hold it. Turn off the camera right now. This is the ticket. POT 704-9257
So
Bravo.
you know, there's a declaration of emergency by the province.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay,
journalists are essential.
There's a stay-at-home order.
Yeah, but journalists are essential. Journalists.
Well,
you know what? You guys are gonna get sued.
Ticket number is 704-9257 Bravo.
So I can't still here.
So this is your ticket, and your option is on the back of the ticket. On this copy. And as well, I'm gonna give you this copy. This is yours.
Okay. That?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your options, everything's on here.
Okay.
All right.
So I can't stand here.
And again,
You gotta be kidding me.
So we're going to talk to Donald. He's back in BC where he lives. We're going to get his side of the story. And I got a feeling he's going to be our newest Fight the Fines case. That's where people can go to our special website at fightthefines.com. They can do 2 things. One, they can donate to support to help anybody who's received tyrannical fines. And they can also go there and tell us about the fines that they receive so that we can set them up with a top-notch lawyer to fight those fines for them, because this is just getting out of control in Canada. I'm here with Donald Smith. He is an independent journalist, and he's from BC, right?
Yep.
But just about a week ago, he was covering a protest at Dundas Square as a journalist,
Independent journalist.
an independent journalist, and ended up with a fine. What is going on in Canada? Now, Donald, let us know which media you're with.
I'm News Now Canada independent media. I run a YouTube channel where I talk about corruption, mental health, and all that stuff, and police brutality and other things. So when I saw the problems happening in Dundas Square before my birthday, I'm like, I'm going to go there after my birthday, after my 41st birthday. So I went down there, and the rally didn't even begin. There was a lot of cops, and they saw me, and they decided to issue me an $888 ticket.
So,
and they screwed up on my address too, because they thought I was from Toronto.
well, I'm not sure how valid the ticket is anyways at that point, but let's have a look here. So it says, failed to comply with an order made during a declared emergency.
Yes, basically I'm not supposed to be standing in a square with more than 5 people, or you're gonna get ticketed. And when I saw down there, the cops were heavy-handing people. They were taking people down. They were assaulting people. It was just, to me, I felt like, how do I say it? Dundas Square was like Tiananmen Square or North Korea and all that stuff. And I have it on video too. But I did put the whole version of the whole video of it, but I did edit too, where they said media is not essential.
Actually, you sent me footage of that. We can play that right now.
Journalists are no exception. It applies to everybody.
It's getting very confusing here. So first of all, you have some peaceful protesters in the area. Their rights are being infringed upon.
Yes.
They're saying, okay, they can't be together with more than 5 people, but were you, in fact, gathering with more than 5 people?
No, I was talking to people, and they did not like that. They were ticketing other people and all that stuff, and they told me if I didn't leave the square, I would be charged with trespassing into my country. And I do have it on video. I said, am I in communist China? He said, no, you're in Canada.
It's a fair question. It's getting hard to see the difference between the two in a lot of ways. Let's talk about police force and how many officers were surrounding you while you were getting the ticket. How did that make you feel?
Triggered and all that stuff, because I have problems with cops and all that stuff, because I've been beaten up by a lot of them, and I'll tell you right now, they had their body cameras on, but I'm going to tell you right now, that ticket doesn't scare me. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to Toronto again and do my job as an independent journalist.
And that's what we should have, is the freedom of press here, Donald. Now, there's another reason why maybe the ticket shouldn't be so scary. Have you heard of our Fight the Fines program?
Yes, I have, and a lot of people in Toronto were telling me about it. Andrew and your reporters were telling me, and they were asking me, are you going to pay the ticket? But I'm going to actually say for the record, I'm going to fight it, because you know what? It's an unconstitutional ticket. I was standing around doing my job as a journalist. I'm going to say this for the record to Toronto Police Service and Doug Ford, or whatever his name is, Mayor John Tory. This is Canada. This is not communist China. We're allowed to basically freedom assemble. But if you're Black Lives Matter, you get to go out there and basically take a knee and basically cause people names and hurt people and all that stuff. But why are Black Lives Matter not getting ticketed for their stuff? But you go to a peaceful rally, like in Australia, you get ticketed. Like Evie, the guy from Rebel Media in Australia, he was covering a rally, and he got arrested for doing his job as a journalist.
You're right. It's quite frightening, and it seems to be politically motivated about which type of protest is allowed to have the freedom to peacefully assemble. So my question to you, Donald, you mentioned that you want to fight the ticket. How would you like to accept our help from top-notch lawyers to actually fight that fine for you?
Sure. I would like to go have my day in court. I would love to have my day in court. I want my full disclosure. I want their body camera footages. I want reports, because you know what? I spent 39 days in jail because of something else. So I basically know how to find out the law and all that stuff. So basically, let's fight this fine, because I want to take those cops to court and prove them wrong.
All right, well, we're going to help you with that. We don't know all the situation about why you went in jail, but we do know you are an independent journalist. You were fined for covering a story, doing your job.
Yeah, a lot of people in Toronto were doing the same thing. people were getting taken down, getting charged with obstruction and assaulting a police officer, and I witnessed the cops just basically hurting people.
Yes, it's very scary, and freedom of press is essential.
It is.
It is. So we're happy to help you. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much for Rebel Media helping me out.
Make sure you go to fightthefines.com. Please help us with this mission. We've helped over 1,000 Canadians set them up with legal counsel so they don't have to stress, in this case, so that they can keep bringing us freedom of press and covering the other side of the story, which is what we do here at Rebel News. Thank you for your support.